Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to explore the Mercury dime of 1924. It is one of those rare treasures that instantly captures the imagination of collectors and dreamers alike. To the casual eye, it may appear like an ordinary piece of silver currency, but the truth hidden within its design and scarcity is what elevates it into a realm of unimaginable value. Struck in the early 20th century, when America was moving through a period of economic change and cultural growth, this dime became more than just money. It became a slice of history preserved in silver. Its small size disguises its power. For those who truly understand coinage, know that rarity and demand can turn such a humble dime into a fortune. What makes the 1924 Mercury dime so captivating is not just its age, but the story etched on its face. The winged Liberty head, often mistaken for the Roman god Mercury, symbolizes freedom of thought and the soaring spirit of America in that era. This artistic brilliance gives the coin an emotional resonance beyond its monetary role. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that has survived wars, depressions, and countless hands across generations. It becomes more than silver. It becomes a relic of resilience. And this timeless beauty is one of the reasons collectors chase it so relentlessly, pushing its value higher with every passing year. Now, rarity is the true fuel that sets the 1924 Mercury dime on fire in the collector's market. Not every dime from that year is priceless, but certain mint marks, flawless conditions, and limited surviving numbers turn them into treasures worth millions. Those in pristine, untouched condition with sharp details command extraordinary prices, often sparking bidding wars among wealthy enthusiasts. It's this rarity factor that transforms what once bought you candy into a coin that could buy you an empire. The allure of the coin goes beyond collectors. It has entered into legend. Stories circulate of individuals discovering a Mercury dime in an old box, drawer, or family collection, only to later realize they held a golden ticket to riches. For many, it becomes a life-changing discovery, the kind of find that turns an ordinary day into an extraordinary moment of destiny. The 1924 dime, in this sense, is almost mythical, whispered about like a modern-day treasure map where the X marks a single tiny coin. What also fuels its value is the deep emotional connection coin lovers have with history. Unlike paper money that fades or tears, silver dimes endure with a kind of stubborn grace. Each scratch, each shine, carries with it echoes of the past. For a 1924 Mercury dime to have survived a full century, still bearing its brilliance, is like finding a time machine in your pocket. That preservation of history adds weight to its worth, turning the coin into both a financial and sentimental prize. To investors, the 1924 Mercury dime represents the ultimate hidden asset. While stocks rise and fall and digital currencies vanish into thin air, rare coins retain their tangible presence and often rise in value. This dime, with its legendary status, acts almost like a secret treasure chest, something that doesn't just sit in a vault, but tells a story while holding unimaginable wealth. That's why so many collectors guard their dimes fiercely, knowing they hold not just silver, but a symbol of stability and power. For those who dream big, the Mercury dime of 1924 offers a kind of hope that few other objects can. It proves that even the smallest things, just 10 cents in its day, can grow into life-changing fortune if preserved, valued, and recognized. The thought of becoming a millionaire overnight from a coin so tiny is part of the magic, and it's why seekers keep searching, coin after coin, hoping to stumble upon that shining treasure. In the end, the 1924 Mercury dime is far more than currency. It is history, art, rarity, and fortune all compressed into one shining piece of silver. Its power to change lives lies not only in its staggering market worth, but also in its ability to ignite dreams. Anyone lucky enough to discover one is holding a piece of destiny in their palm, a dime that can unlock wealth, preserve heritage, and forever mark the moment when fortune smiled in the most unexpected way. Would you like me to also craft a short video script version of this, with hooks and narration style, so it sounds like a treasure hunting story for YouTube? Second, the Mercury dime of 1937 is more than just a small piece of silver. It is a legendary treasure that captures the imagination of collectors and dreamers alike. Holding such a coin in your hand feels like touching a fragment of history, a relic that has traveled through generations while carrying the stories of the past. The 1937 edition is one of those rare instances where age, artistry, and scarcity meet to create something that transcends ordinary value. It is not merely a coin, it is a golden ticket that can transform lives overnight. What makes the 1937 Mercury dime so mesmerizing is its aura of rarity. Many ordinary dimes exist from that year, but only a handful in extraordinary condition or struck with certain anomalies rise into the realm of unimaginable value. Collectors do not just see a coin, they see an opportunity, a dream, and an investment that could reach into the millions. The smallest details, from the shine of the metal to the sharpness of the design, can lift its worth from pocket change to life-changing fortune. The design itself is a masterpiece. Lady Liberty, with her winged cap symbolizing freedom of thought, reflects an age when art and money were inseparable. The 1937 dime is not just currency, but a piece of sculptural beauty, a coin so stunning that even non-collectors stop and admire it. That elegance, paired with its scarcity, has turned it into a holy grail for numismatists around the world. Owning one is not simply about money. It is about holding a symbol of liberty, beauty, and history that few can ever claim. The market for such a coin is where the magic truly unfolds. In auctions and private sales, collectors battle fiercely, driving the price higher and higher, often into jaw-dropping figures. The story of someone discovering an old dime tucked away in a drawer and then realizing it is worth millions is not just fantasy. It is the very dream that keeps collectors and treasure hunters searching tirelessly. The 1937 Mercury dime is exactly the kind of coin that can transform an unknown collector into an overnight millionaire. Beyond the financial value, there is an emotional and historical depth attached to this dime. It was minted during a time when America was recovering from the Great Depression and on the cusp of global change, with World War II looming on the horizon. Each 1937 dime carries with it the weight of history, silently telling stories of a nation in transition. That historical connection is part of why collectors pay astronomical sums. It's not just silver they are buying, but a fragment of the American journey. The whispers about the $1,000,000 Mercury dime add a layer of mystique. Rare varieties, proof strikes, or coins in almost impossibly perfect condition are said to fetch unimaginable amounts, and this sparks a fire of curiosity in everyone who holds one. Imagine the thrill of realizing that the dime sitting quietly in a family coin jar is actually a life-changing treasure. That is the magic and allure of the 1937 Mercury dime. It keeps hope alive that fortune may be hiding in plain sight. It is this combination of rarity, beauty, and market demand that elevates the coin to legendary status. Every time one appears for sale, it creates waves of excitement across the numismatic world. Collectors, investors, and historians all lock eyes on it, knowing that they are not just witnessing the sale of a coin, but the passing of a relic that carries both monetary and cultural power. The legend of the 1937 dime grows with each record-breaking sale, fueling even greater fascination. In the end, the Mercury dime of 1937 is more than an artifact. It is a dream maker. It reminds us that fortune can be hidden in the smallest, most overlooked things. A dime that once bought a loaf of bread now holds the power to buy entire empires. For those lucky enough to possess it, this coin is not just wealth, it is destiny. And for the rest of the world, it stands as a beacon of hope, proof that miracles can be found in the palm of your hand. Do you want me to also craft this into a YouTube script style, with hooks and dramatic tone, so it can grab attention right from the opening line? Third, the Mercury dime of 1944 is more than just a small piece of silver. It is a silent treasure that carries stories of a world at war, an era of struggle, and a nation that found pride even in its smallest coinage. Collectors all over the world know that this coin, with the delicate image of liberty wearing a winged cap, is not merely a 10-cent piece, but a symbol of freedom and hope. And when rarity and condition align perfectly, a single 1944 Mercury dime can command values so high they sound like fantasy, a fortune-changing discovery hiding in plain sight. What makes the 1944 Mercury dime so extraordinary is not just its silver content, but the mysterious aura it holds. Imagine holding a coin that once passed through hands during the final year of World War II, perhaps used to buy bread, newspapers, or gasoline stamps. Every dent, every shine, every shadow on its surface tells a story. For collectors, these stories turn into obsession, and that obsession pushes the value of rare pieces to unimaginable levels, sometimes touching millions when a unique error or pristine condition emerges. This coin is powerful because it sits at the crossroads of beauty and history. Designed by Adolf A. Weinman, the Mercury dime doesn't just depict liberty, it gives her wings, making her a figure of thought and freedom. The design itself makes collectors fall in love, but when you mix it with scarcity, the passion transforms into a fever. A 1944 Mercury dime in flawless mint condition is like a diamond found in the rough, hidden from the careless eye, but priceless to the one who knows its worth. There are tales of ordinary people stumbling upon this dime in inherited collections, old jars, or forgotten boxes, only to discover it is not a dime at all, but a ticket to instant wealth. For such lucky individuals, this tiny silver piece becomes a golden opportunity, turning them into overnight millionaires. That is the raw magic of this coin. It takes something humble and small and transforms it into a life-changing treasure. But not every 1944 Mercury dime will carry that fortune. The power lies in its grade, its strike, and its rarity of errors. Certain misstruck or double-die versions, preserved like frozen moments of history, are what truly ignite collector frenzy. These versions exist in such limited numbers that if you possess one, you hold the kind of treasure kings and magnates dream about. For investors and coin hunters, it's not just currency, it's destiny sealed in silver. The beauty of this dime lies in its ability to trick the eye with simplicity. To the untrained mind, it's nothing more than old pocket change. But to those who understand its true worth, it becomes a relic of unimaginable value. It is this paradox that makes it so captivating. The world's most valuable fortunes sometimes come in the tiniest, most unassuming forms. And when people learn the truth, the shock alone is as priceless as the coin itself. Collectors often describe the thrill of chasing this coin as a hunt for hidden fire. Each 1944 Mercury dime found is checked, rechecked, and examined under magnifying glasses, because the discovery of that one flawless or error-struck coin could flip the pages of fate forever. The very idea that a coin once worth 10 cents can today be worth millions gives it a mythical quality, like finding a genie's lamp or striking an eternal vein of gold. In the end, the 1944 Mercury dime is more than just metal, more than history, more than art. It is a promise that fortunes can be found in the most unlikely of places, and that even the smallest piece of silver can carry the power to reshape your destiny overnight. If you happen to possess one, guard it well, for you may be holding not just a coin, but the key to unimaginable wealth hidden in the palm of your hand. Do you want me to also craft you a catchy video-style narration script for this, so it reads like a dramatic YouTube coin collector video?